Models to combat domestic violence. There are many kinds of domestic violence: physical, psychological, sexual, economic, cultural, and religious. It occurs in all social classes. Here, we present a form for mapping domestic violence and 3 operational models to combat it. Almost daily, people who work in social and healthcare services meet women, men, and children who have experienced domestic violence. For that reason, it's important to make asking about it routine. In order to facilitate this, a form has been developed to help inquire into the occurrence of violence in the respondents' intimate relationships. If violence is currently affecting the client's health, well-being, or ability to manage their life, or if there is violence in their current intimate relationship, the situation will be mapped in more detail. The mapping is then used as a basis to decide which services will be offered to the client. The MARAC model is used to help victims of serious domestic abuse. After a risk assessment, the client can be supported by a MARAC group if she or he wishes. Depending on municipality, the MARAC group can include representatives from authorities such as the police, social services, substance abuse and mental health services, safe houses, victim support, healthcare services, and the local parish. The support procedures on offer are agreed upon during the work group's first meeting. Meetings are held once a month, and they ensure that the procedures have been initiated and that they are sufficient. The Stop the Violence model is used for working with a violent party. During a criminal investigation, the police asks perpetrators whether a Stop the Violence employee may contact them. During the meetings that follow, the client's life situation and acts of violence are examined, violence avoidance skills are practiced, and emphasis is placed on taking responsibility for violence and acknowledging that it must stop. The client is motivated to participate in a support group or a program to stop the violence. The work focuses on the present moment and the prevention of violent behavior in the future. The TRAPPAN model is designed to help children who have been in a violent environment. It's safe to use the model when the violence has stopped and the child's parents agree that the child may talk about the violence that has occurred. The model has 3 steps. In the first meeting, contact is made with the child, trust is established, and stories are made up using the child's own drawings and picture cards. The next step is reconstruction. The TRAPPAN employee explains to the child that the earlier stories were made up, but this time they will talk about what really happened at home. They draw a map of the room where the violence took place. The employee goes through the events with the child and puts the information received from the child on the map. In the third step, the child receives information about post-traumatic reactions, such as nightmares. The child's well-being and the family situation are examined, and the child receives a help card. The child can use the card to seek help from adults in his or her safety network should the violence reoccur. The TRAPPAN model helps the child find words to explain what happened and to understand that the violence was not his or her fault. When someone in a family is violent, every family member needs help. Everyone can escape violence. Violence is a conscious act that can be prevented.